It's your boy Guru in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, some awesome news for you guys. Yes, we've got some really good news, some sad news as well. But more importantly, let's see if how things will change or not. But yes, we've got some awesome update about Dominic Szoboszlai. We've got some awesome updates about some historical things. And yes, Dennis Bergkamp's son will not be given a new contract or a chance to impress at Arsenal. Of course, we're going to talk about Mitchell Bergkamp as well. And more importantly, Willian's verdict of Mikel Arteta and more. So watch the video till the end. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe and make sure you be a part of this channel by clicking that bell icon as well and getting the notifications of every video that we post on YouTube. So cheers, let's move on with the first news that we've got here. It's all about Arsenal defender Callum Chambers. Well, Callum Chambers is reportedly facing another 2 weeks out injured. Well, it looks like he'll be out for another fortnight, and he has only just returned to action for clubs under 21s, the last game that they played for the Cup, the Papa John's Cup. Yes, we last was seen alongside with the Trey Coyle's team, against Trey Coyle's team. So he played the 45 minutes and he got injured. So let's see, Callum Chambers, fight for it, man. We want to see you in that Arsenal shirt again. But moving on, Arsenal's defender Daniel Ballard impressed on international duty for Northern Ireland against Austria on Sunday. The 21-year-old defender is on loan at Blackpool, but shown despite the 2-1 defeat for Ian Baraclough's side. The Belfast Telegraph gave the youngster a 9 out of 10 for his sterling work at centre-back. So Daniel Ballard was the silver lining for Northern Ireland against Austria. So he's having a wonderful time, isn't it? But let's talk about a former Arsenal player. Midfielder Matthew Flamini has rubbished claims that he has £27 billion in the bank and is poised to mount a takeover bid for Arsenal. Well, the 36-year-old is a co-founder of GF Biochemicals, the first company able to produce levulinic acid, an eco-friendly alternative to oil on a large scale. The company is valued at many billions, prompting talk that Flamini was one of the wealthiest footy stars around. Well, he refuted the claims, telling that L'Equipe that I do not have 30 million euros in my bank account. When asked by The Athletic if he could buy Arsenal, he says, "No, don't ask me how I'll be involved in football because it's not something I've thought about, but definitely it's something which I've been a part of forever in my life. I will always want to be part of this community." But no, Flamini is not buying Arsenal, so stop saying that on social media because that's not the truth. But moving on, Charles Watts' report comes out that Dennis Bergkamp's return to Arsenal, no romance for Bergkamp and his son returning to Arsenal. No, he won't be signing despite spending some time in Arsenal under 23s last month. Well, Mitchell Bergkamp, son of Dennis Bergkamp, spent a week training with under 23s at London Colney in October. Arsenal will not be signing Mitchell Bergkamp following his week-long stay with Arsenal. Well, Mitchell was invited to London Colney in October, where he spent a week working with Steve Bowles under 23s. The midfielder has been a free agent since the summer, having left Dutch second-tier side Almere City, where he progressed through the youth ranks. But he will not be following in the footsteps of his father because Arsenal are not looking to sign him up. Well, we all know that Bergkamp actually grew up in London and was on the pitch with his father for his testimonial against Ajax in 2006, which was the game that officially opened Emirates Stadium. And although he left England 14 years ago, he still holds Arsenal close to his heart. He says, "My father also played for Internazionale and Ajax, two wonderful clubs, but Arsenal feels like home. Whether I choose the Emirates or Highbury, I would have preferred to play at Highbury. There are the memories of everything my father has done for the club." Now it looks like Arsenal have brought in several players from overseas to bolster the youth setup during the recent months. That has left Bowl in short supply of experienced under 23s players, with only 9 of his current squad unable to also play for the under 18s. So let's say Mitchell is having a difficult time to play for Arsenal. So sad news, but I hope Mitchell really comes through the ranks and actually plays for some team sometime in the future. But moving on, well, Kevin Campbell has said something about Gabriel Martinelli that all the Arsenal fans would love. He says, "I think Martinelli is the one. Martinelli was sensational when he came in last season. He is a real handful, strong, direct, and reminds me of the Brazilian Ronaldo. I'm not saying he is Ronaldo, but he reminds me of him, especially with that goal at Chelsea. Of course, the iconic goal at Stamford Bridge." But moving on, Willian has criticized all the doubts against Mikel Arteta. He says he'll be a top manager. I have no doubt about it. The potential is there, as is the ambition. In a few years, he'll be considered one of the best managers in the Premier League and the world. Obviously, you must win trophies to be considered one of the best, and it will happen for him sooner rather than later. I'm impressed with the way he talks and explains his tactical thoughts. He's quick to read the game and make adjustments when needed. It's been fantastic to train under him so far, and I'm learning a lot. Now, talking about his Barcelona rumors that happened before him joining to Arsenal, he says, there are always rumors, but I did not know about any other official offer. Indeed, there was a lot of talk about Barcelona for the last few seasons, but I would not have gone there just because they're Barca. I said that right! Wow! I could have said Barca, but I said Barca, my goodness. I wouldn't go to any club without hearing about their targets and what they wanted from me. It wouldn't be nice to be there or anywhere else if you weren't going to be a big part of the project and didn't play much. Arsenal were the only club to show me a project that would fit with my ambitions, and they are one of the biggest clubs in the world. So yes, Willian is definitely a part of Arteta's plans. We see that day in, day out, and of course we criticize that a lot as well. But moving on, the lowest scoring Arsenal champions were the 1997-1998 squad, who scored just 68 goals en route to the title. The highest scoring title-winning team for Arsenal was 1930-1931 vintage, who bagged an incredible 127 goals in 42 games. Insane, isn't it? But moving on, Odsonne Edouard has been a revelation. He was linked with Arsenal in the past, but Odsonne Edouard in Euro 21 qualifiers scored 2 goals against Azerbaijan, 3 against Slovakia, 1 against Georgia, 1 against Switzerland, again 1 against Georgia, 1 against Azerbaijan, and 2 against Switzerland. The guy is a goal machine. 11 goals. Oh my God, 11 goals in 7 games. The guy is a goal machine. But moving on, Jens Lehmann is not happy with what he had to fight every day in training with Manuel Almunia. Jens Lehmann has opened about his relationship with Almunia under Arsene Wenger when the pair battled to be the #1 goalkeeper under Arsene Wenger. Well, we all know that Lehmann would leave Arsenal at the end of the season after 1,999 appearances, a Premier League title, FA Cup, and a Champions League runners-up medal. He says Almunia learned something new in his goalkeeping life. That other goalkeepers don't always support him because it's a fight to be #1. He wasn't used to it, and I was fighting him in every training session until I got my place back. When I left Arsenal, I had a conversation with him and said, Manuel, I like you very much as a person, but you need to understand that I had to get my place back. I know you hated me, but I never hated you because it was just a professional relationship. He was very surprised by that. Now afterwards, we have a very good relationship because you realize that it was never personal. I always knew that he was a very nice guy and a great goalkeeper as well. His only disadvantage was that he came into the game, the big game, a little bit late. Sometimes it's not easy to cope with the pressure. So that's what, I love what Jens Lehmann, love it. Well, it's about Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. Their fans might fight, but for them it's just a competition, which was a healthy competition always, as Ronaldo says it. But moving on, the big news! Dominique Szoboszlai's agent, Matthias Esterhazy, announces, there is an official announcement. He says, Dominique Szoboszlai will move on during the January or summer transfer window. Real Madrid, Arsenal, AC Milan, Leipzig and PSG are interested. Now, there's nothing new that he said, but here's something new that he said. He says he wants to move to a club where he receives guaranteed playing time. That is what will be the criteria to sign Dominique Szoboszlai for any club. Real Madrid, Leipzig, Milan, Arsenal, PSG, Bayern Munich, whoever is interested to sign Dominique Szoboszlai, there's only one criteria. He would want 100% game time. He wants to play for Hungary. He wants to play for the national team. He wants to play for his club, and he would want a perfect developmental project that we pitched to Willian, that we pitched to Gabriel Martinelli, we pitched to Gabriel, we pitched to a lot of players who signed in with Arsenal in the recent times. He wants that kind of project for himself, and that is what is going to make Dominique Szoboszlai select some better other clubs. A lot of big clubs in the world are interested in him, and I'm pretty much sure he is definitely on Arsenal's radar. So please, let's see what happens. These were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes back from every single day twice. So sit back, relax, and enjoy all the news that comes on this platform. I will see you in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe. Cheers. Follow us on Instagram. 500 followers is what we asked for, and 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. Help us reach there, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.